Hey guys, Andy Corbin here with Western Kentucky Blue Collar Outdoors. Good to see you guys again on this early first morning of modern gun season in Western Kentucky. Man, it's a cold one out there. Had to pull out some cold clothing, had to pull out some cold weather gear, and I want to show you our product for today, and hopefully it's going to keep me warm when I get in that stand because it's about 25 degrees outside. Now, don't you be laughing, you up north folks, because I know that's not very cold to you, but here in Western Kentucky, this is pretty cold. So what I had to pull out was my Drake non-typical parka and pants, waterproof by the way, with the Sherpa fleece lining. Now let me show you this. This Sherpa fleece lining I think is going to be really warm. I know it's got a good waterproof exterior to it, so we're going to put it to the test and see how things go. But before I do that, my daughters tell me that to be a good YouTuber, I've got to do something cool. I've got to do something hip. Well, you know me, I'm not very cool and I'm certainly not very hip. About the only thing I could do maybe is break a hip. That's about all I could do. But I'm going to try to do something that I don't know if it can be done or not. But I'm going to try to leap from my garage to my stand ready to hunt, okay? Let's see if it can be done. Okay, on your marks, get set, go. Man, that was a trip right there. Here I am in the stand just like I wanted to be. Opening morning of gun season in Western Kentucky. Have to tell you folks, it is cold this morning. I mean, it is cold. And so, had to bring out some heavy hardware, had to bring out some heavy clothes. So what I've got on is my Drake non-typical Sherpa fleece waterproof pants and parka. Have to admit, it's pretty warm, folks. That Sherpa fleece is everything they say it is. Now, I'm in the stand, and like I said, it's cold, but this jacket and these pants have kept me warm in below freezing temperatures. So I'm gonna jump back into the garage, and from reporting here in the deer stand opening morning, I'll see you in a minute. Whoa! Hey, welcome back to my garage. It's Saturday evening, Western Kentucky Blue Collar Outdoors, and I'm back in my garage. I don't know how I did that. I don't know if that's cool, I don't know if that's hip, but to be able to go from my stand this morning to my garage again this evening, that's a pretty cool thing if you ask me. I don't know. But let's talk a little bit about our Drake non-typical parka and pants with the Sherpa fleece on the inside. Cold day in Western Kentucky, or at least cold day for Western Kentuckians, in the mid-20s, got up around 30 today, so it was pretty cool to sit in the stand all day long. I'm glad that I had my Drake non-typical parka and pants with me, because I'm going to tell you something, guys, as far as warmth goes, you're going to love that Sherpa fleece. That Sherpa fleece kept me warm all day long, top to bottom, and I was really glad that I had it. Didn't have to worry much about the waterproof, so I can't tell you much on it. But what I can tell you is that from a silent standpoint, it was pretty silent in the stand. You know how it is when you wear some waterproof clothing, it ends up being like you're wearing a trash bag or a potato chip bag, something like that, crinkly, okay? Well, I didn't get a lot of crinkle with this. I think the Sherpa fleece helps that, and then the outside is kind of soft. Those of you guys that have worn the Columbia quad parkas and Ouija parkas, you know if you try to wear those in the deer stand, they're loud, especially when it's cold. The Drake non-typical wasn't like that at all. Now, it wasn't whisper quiet, but now it was not loud and crinkly, and so I think I am okay to be able to wear it in any deer stand, especially during rifle season. Now, let me tell you the bad and the ugly, because there's just a couple of little negatives, and you know, they're not even really bad negatives. The first one is, of course, cold weather clothing is bulky. Anytime you go cold weather clothing, you're going to have to put on a couple of different layers, and of course the Sherpa fleece, that's the trade-off for the warmth, is that it's kind of bulky. Now, during modern rifle season, that's not such a big deal. Could I wear this during bow season if we had a cold snap, or if I want to hunt late bow season? Probably not, because I'm not gonna, don't feel real comfortable about being able to draw and certainly follow a deer. But if you're just gonna sit in a stand and pull up with a gun to be able to put a crosshairs on a shoulder, something like that, then you're probably gonna be okay. So the bulkiness is a drawback, but again, that's a trade-off when you go with cold weather clothing. Now, there's one other thing that's a drawback that, you know, you guys know I love my Drake, folks. I love the clothing and I love the articles that they put out, and I like dealing with the Drake folks. As a matter of fact, when I bought this last year, I bought it and it ended up not coming in when it was supposed to, and the people at Drake were really good, and they knocked off a bunch of money and sent me the parka and the pants. And so again, love dealing with the Drake people. But this is a little thing. Do you see these little tabs right here? Do you see these? Let me show you a good close-up picture. See those? Those little tabs right there are on the bottom of the pants, and they're also on any of the zippers on your coat. And those little tabs right there, if you hunt in a wire mesh bottom stand, those things get hung in those little wire meshes, and it's almost like a little tripping hazard the whole time I'm in the stand. Now, it's not a big deal because I'm sitting down for most of the time, but you know, you stand up and you move your feet and shuffle and things like that a little bit, and they catch. So maybe that can be addressed by our Drake people, but overall, I want to say that the Drake parka and pants, waterproof with the Sherpa fleece, I'm going to have to give an 8.5 out of 10. Now, again, stayed warm all day, comfortable in the stand. If that's something that you want, something that you need, I suggest you go buy a pair of these Drake non-typicals because they're going to give you what you want. Hey, thanks for watching West Kentucky Blue Collar Outdoors, and as always, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video.